to Wallingford, to Wynwood, and throughout the world, this is a very special edition of Monsoon Live. Yes, I am the chairman of the board, Jeffrey Monsoon, the Machine Mysick, and yes, you've noticed we've had some problems, or I like to say glitches, and the show will go on when we had an interview scheduled. Just because of time and, everyone's schedules, we couldn't do it. But hey, I got the American flag in the background. I'm still going to preach what we're going to talk about today. So the show goes on. Life goes on. Hope you guys had a great week. I had a crazy week. I was up in New York. Thank you for those who tuned in to watch that special. When I was up there, guess what? I got sick as a dog, but I am back, healthy, ready to go. Today on the show, we're going to be talking about some big matches, and does size really affect the way you fight? We're going to talk about that today. But first, we want to give a big shout out to our buddy Jarrell. Last week, I was up in New York and found out that he had a fight in Pittsburgh. Him and his buddy drove all the way from Olivet, Michigan, to Pittsburgh for this fight. And I'm happy to say, the Hall of Famer, the man that we put in last year in Michigan, our buddy Jarrell won his fight. Jarrell, congrats. I watched the fight. We're gonna tag it, post it on the Facebook site this weekend for you, so you guys can check it out. An amazing fight. The guy was bigger, and he put up a heck of a fight. And I just want to say this to my buddy. Hopefully, one day, you and I can be in the ring, and with my skills, maybe I can give you a little bit of a run for money. I know you'll kick my butt, but heck, at least you'll get to see the skills. That being said, we go on to some big fights occurring this weekend. One I'm really excited to see, even though it's over in the UK. It is Frampton versus Scott Quigg for the IBF WBA Junior Featherweight Unification yada 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 belt. Dude, this is a friggin' fight that we've all wanted to see. Frampton has the power. Scott has the quickness. It's just one of these fights that it's going to be special. It's just a perfect fight. My prediction, I've seen both fighters fight. I've seen them all on their... I've watched a lot on the YouTube. I got to pick Frampton to win, and it will be a split decision. It's going to go full 12 round. Another fight, and this one's more emotionally charged. We've talked about this on the show. It is between Terrence Crawford and Hank Lundy for Crawford's WBO Junior Welterweight belt. It's going down right in the mecca of sports, Madison Square Gardens, I believe, or it could be the Barclays Center. Either one, great places. Now, our buddy Travis has picked Crawford just to win, dominate, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I'm going against my buddy. I'm picking Hank to win. This fight, in the middle of the, there was a press conference. Crawford just shoved Hank. It was and then it was starting. You could feel the emotion. This is going to be an emotionally driven fight. I'm picking Hank to become one of Philadelphia's newest champions. And I'm going to say 12 rounds. And I'm going to say majority decision. We'll see how good my predictions are. We'll see how it plays out. And we'll let you know next week. Now, moving on. Another big story going out from boxing. Let's shift to the MMA world. It is... I respect him, but he's a big loudmouth. Conor McGregor is taking on Nate Diaz on the first, I believe, Friday or Saturday of March. I bet you it's March, I'm sorry. First Saturday in March 5th. Now, McGregor wants Diaz. He wants Nick Diaz. That's what he said, because his own opponent pulled out and Nate came in. Conor, basically, in his cockiness, and he is, I know I have some friends that don't like him and wish, he gets knocked out, and he never does. He goes, he feels that Nate is too soft. that his punches will shred Nate. Now this gets us into our topic. Nate's taller, Connor's shorter. Does the height affect? Well, here's the thing. I don't think it affects it. What it does is come down to skill and how you do it. So if you're a short fighter and you can avoid a lengthy guy's jab or shots and you can get in there, yes. For boxing, yes. If you're a tall guy and you're boxing a short guy, you just use the jab and you keep going off on that. You control the fight. In MMA, it's slightly different because you have the ground, but you have the ground, you have all those different techniques. But I'm predicting Nate Diaz to give Conor a run for his money, and I think it's going to a decision. I don't predict this one knockout, he's done. No, ain't gonna happen. So that's my take. So what's your view? Do you think size helps a fighter or hinders a fighter? My view is it doesn't. It comes down to skill and willpower. So that is what's going on. We're now going to shift a little bit. We're going to wrap this little bad boy up today. Some closing thoughts, but right now. We are wrapping up an amazing first half of this show. Monsoon Live is gearing up for 2 big shows. Next week we have our Hall of Fame. We're going to be inducting 5 great folks into the Hall of Fame. The following weekend, the mother of all sparring matches to take place on this show since Monsoon versus Nero. By the way, thank you to everybody, over 200 views. Guess what? We got one coming for you in 2 weeks, and it is VJ versus me. Let's just say, did the outcomes change? You'll find out. But I want to say, as we're wrapping this first half of our season, a lot's about to change for me personally, and for the show as well. Anything, always expect the unexpected. And I want to say this, change is good. Whatever you're going through, here's some advice. 1, embrace change. 2, have somebody who's your wingman. I got 3 of them, maybe 4 or 5 wing people right around with me who are really taking care of me. And they're helping me, and if I have a problem, I turn to them. So make sure you have a couple wing people in there helping you. And finally, go with the flow, have fun. So, change is good. Next week, as I've said, the Hall of Fame. We're going to be adding 5 new folks, and these 5 are simply the best. I am proud to be inducting these 5 individuals into this year's Hall of Fame. Join us for that. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, also on Facebook, and of course on the official website, monsoonlive.org. But for now, we hope you guys have a great week. We'll see you next week for the Hall of Fame edition of Monsoon Live. And as always, keep it real. Later days.